Coming up now is a talk I gave at Love Brum Causes Conference this week. It's a conference they put together to help charitable organisations do more good. And there were speakers on there explaining how they can be better at their intellectual property, marketing. And I was there talking about what stuff they can get for free from Google with Google for Not-Profits. What follows next is about 20 minutes worth of the talk that I gave there. You might want to watch the whole thing, maybe you don't want to go through the whole thing, so what I'll do is I'll put below in the notes the times of the points of key interest for you so you can skip through to the bits that matter if you haven't got the time to sit through and watch my fantastic and engaging talk all the way through. Stay on for something right at the end. I talk about Google Ads and free money that you can get to use with Google Ads, which is another key part of Google for Non-Profits. It's not all about G Suite and Gmail and documents and sheets and file storage and all that kind of stuff that you do on your computers, but there's actually free stuff that Google give you in terms of monetary value you can use to advertise and grow your charity, which ultimately is the most important thing for your charitable organisation, is doing the good stuff that you do and getting the message out there. And so stay on for the end part of that, and I'll include links in YouTube for you to click onto so you can find out if you're eligible to use the UK charity scheme and to find out whether you can get the Google ad grants. I'll put in the notes at the bottom the links so you can find out if you're eligible, if you're a UK charity, which you will be if you've got a UK charity registered number, and how you can find out more about the Google ads and Google for Not-Profits and have a look into this yourself. Go do that. It's a really great system that's freely available for UK charities to use for zero cost.
Why? Why do any of us do what we do? Why are we here? What's important to us? That's my why. Dixie D at the back, Shiloh Sky at the front, my two daughters. They're aged 4 and 2. They're what I do everything for, they're why I run my business, they're what I matter in my life. But for many of us, you guys here, what matters is a bigger thing. It is a greater cause. And that means a little bit more stress in life than it takes to look after these two. Although it's not easy, I can tell you. What I want to talk about today is how your organisations can get loads of free stuff from a company called Google to help you be more efficient and help you reach the people and do more good work to the causes that you want to work for and look after your life. Anybody here one of these? Know what a digital native is? There's a couple at the back. Generally, a digital native is somebody who's under 30 years old and they kind of grew up with computers all their lives. It's something that they're familiar with. They're native to this whole digital thing. There we go, I can see it happening right now. There's a phone in hand, they're a digital native. Many of us who are of my generation, around 4 or 5, are not digital natives. The technology can seem overwhelming, complicated, difficult. But these people are the people who are likely to be helping you, working with you. These are the people who want to take part. This is the generation that believe in causes and will be supporting and backing your causes. And what's really, really important for you is to understand how to engage with these people, attract these people, give them the tools that they need to do so that you can do more good work with your causes. We're going to talk about Google Cloud and Google as an organisation. Now many of you might be thinking, ooh, great big corporate thing. But actually they started out with a philosophy of do no evil. And despite what the mass media may tell you, Google do a lot of great things. And one of the things that they do is offer Google for Non-Profits, which is services that include emails, documents, spreadsheets, slides, file storage, computer type stuff, for free to any organisation in the UK that is registered as a charity. That is the requirement to be eligible. I think I'm talking to those people here. And they give you all for nothing. We're going to go through now how some of that can help you reach more people, help you be a more efficient business. Because ultimately you are a business. And if you're not an effective business that's run well and can operate and can put money to the right places and not spend money on things you don't need to spend it on, you won't be able to help those good causes. And that would be the worst and the saddest thing to hear. As we go through, I will stop. It's an opportunity for any questions if you're entitled to ask questions about tech stuff. And then right at the end, I've got just a little special familiar with using some of Google's services at home, Gmail, Docs, and Sheets. These are all the tools that you need to effectively run a business. And you'll see on the news and the mass media around cybercrime and spear phishing stuff, and people trying to reel you in and find out what your money is and take your money from you. Charities are targets for criminals, unfortunately. Criminals do not discriminate. They will take from anybody. And what you guys need to be able to do is know that the systems that you use are safe and secure and easy to use. And this is where your Google G Suite will come in. G Suite is the name of the product services that Google provides, and that gives you access to secure email for your business, unlimited number of accounts for your organisation. There's no limit. Every person who volunteers, every person who takes part can have one of these accounts, even if they only infrequently take part in your operations. That's going to make it easy for you to share information with them. You can share information in a spreadsheet that you've created. You can have a link, send that link, and everybody who works with your organisation can see that information. And if they're working in different places at different times, they can go into those sheets at the same time and edit them at the same time. So you've got this real-time working with people in the organisation. Most of you have probably had something where you filled in a file and then you sent it to somebody else, and then they've edited it and they sent it back, and you go for a game of tennis, sending a spreadsheet back and forwards. After about 6 times, no one can remember which version of the spreadsheet it is, and so you start all over again. But then you go, I know what we'll do this time. We'll name it version 1, version 2, version 3, version 3, final, version final, XXX, do not delete, absolutely ever, never, end of. It's still complicated. When you use G Suite, you have one file. It opens up in the web browser, and it has a version history, but you only ever see one file is patrons, and that's that information. If you go into that, and you're having a bad day, and the cat tramples over the keyboard, and it's a complete mess, you can click on it and just go back to a previous version. But you don't have to keep hundreds of different versions of files. You just keep one version of the file. And if you update it one evening, and then you send out a message on Hangouts, which is a bit like WhatsApp, and say, I've updated the list of everything ready for this weekend's event, everybody. They can click on it and see it. You haven't got to send that file to everybody. There's one link, and just keep it on that file. And it's a very easy way for you to engage and work with people in your organisation who may not be there 24/7, who may not be there working full-time for you. This is Tommy Caldwell, who is a world-famous rock climber. And we can see him here, hanging off El Capitan, which for any of you who have got a Mac computer, you may have seen, was on the front picture of that for some time. It is a massive piece of rock in California that's like 3,000 feet high. And these guys are climbing it and they're hanging off the side because it takes them 19 days to do this ascent of El Capitan. And his friend Daniel is in there, and if you can see, he's on his phone. This is the world we live in now. Now, he's not doing the accounts, I've got to admit. I don't think he was doing that. He was on Instagram because they were changing it to the web. But this is the modern world. Sitting at a desktop like we used to do with a beige box in the 90s and 2000s, it's kind of gone now. This is how everybody works. Now, I'm not saying that what you guys do is halfway up El Capitan or anything of that nature, and if it is, it'd have been awesome. Let me know about this one. But you might want to be able to do this when you're in a taxi at a railway station, when you finally put the kids to bed, or as I do, as my daughter is falling asleep next to me, and I can carry on doing it and talk. I can have a conversation with James, my business partner, about something that's happening tomorrow, and he's a dad the same. It's kind of weird how we fit this stuff around our lives now. Work just moves and integrates in and out of what we do. This is the flexibility that you need when you're doing what you guys do, because time is limited. I know many of you will be running full-time, part-time jobs and doing a charity at the same time, so will your volunteers, and they need the ability to be able to pick up their phone and communicate and have a conversation and understand what's going on. And these are the tools that Google will bring to you, your organisation, as I said, for free, so that you can do better good work. Teams work. It's kind of a cliche. When we do things on our own, it's fairly effective, particularly if we're the leader of the business, we know what we want to get done. But what really makes us effective is to have people in our team doing what they need to be able to do. And then when you're the head of your organisation, you oversee everything, that enables you to get more good done. That enables you to progress. make more of an impact. You're not running around thinking, I've got to run everything and micromanage everything. But you need the tools to do that. These are the tools that you will get from Google to enable you to do that. They bring with it a meeting service. You can set a calendar event, there's a link in that calendar event, and anybody who clicks on that link can have a meeting by the phone if they've got it with them, if they have a web camera, and they can also dial into that with the UK phone and phone into it. That's all free for you to do. Now you can organise very simple, weekly, monthly call events without having to install any software, without having to go through the nightmare of download this Zoom link or if you've got Skype on that. One person sends out that link, everybody has Google, they click on the link and you have a call together and you can discuss what needs to be going on. It's a simple and easy way for all of us to communicate without having to go to the central office, without having to get any IT people to install software. Google systems don't care what computer you use, because computers are expensive stuff. I know this. You don't have to have a latest Windows computer. You don't have to have an Apple Mac computer. You can use very low entry computers. Some of these are called Chromebooks, which are sold by Google. They're available for £200 per unit. There are many refurbished computers, which is a kind of sales rate that we have second hand. But often they can be completely brand new. They've just been delivered to a corporate company who said, no, we don't want those, and they go back and they can't be sold to you. You can buy those. There are many suppliers that will sell to charitable organisations at a massively reduced rate for you, so you have the right IT equipment to give to your people. If you buy Chromebooks, they hold no data on the device. If the device was to get lost or stolen, there would be no data on that device. And I appreciate that you're dealing with a lot of personal information, and over the last year we've had that fantastic pre-Brexit moment with GDPR. We have GDPR, don't worry, there's no stuck in Brexit. They'll bring us another acronym afterwards to get upset about. But personal data is important. You are dealing with individuals and their personal data. And so when you use Google services, everything is in the cloud. The moment you close the browser, you close the Chromebook, lock the phone, there's no data on the device. The thief can steal the device, and there's nothing that they can get off it. It's safe and secure. Now maybe people say, well, the cloud, what is the cloud? I don't have a video today of Google Data Center, but I reckon most of you really get Google up and type into a Google Data Center video, and it'll come up straight away in Google. I'm surprised. And the facilities are phenomenal. They are safer and more secure than you could ever have in any office or in any local place. They are global. Buildings can go down, these systems keep working. After all, Google runs their own organisation on Google, and they seem to be doing pretty well if you look at the stock exchange. Now you might have seen this kind of stuff. You might have some of this somewhere, I don't know, maybe. I see a lot of this. It's not technically that bad, but it's a mess. Because IT boring and we don't understand it as well as we have. But it is really important because if it breaks, you want to get it working again. What this represents is you need to get yourself structured and tied in. And by using Google's tools, you can easily do that. Because everybody's going to be using the same system. Everybody's going to have the same version of the email, the documents, the sheets, all the same. The moment you open the browser or you open the app, it is the same. So it has structure, it has uniformity. And you can all learn the same thing. Because you've got loads of digital natives who are coming up behind you, helping you, and your family. Don't point to YouTube to everything, you can learn this stuff. And you can take yourself from this over to that. It's the same thing, but it's neat and tidy. And if any of you think about where all the important files might be in your businesses, in your charities right now, you probably know that some in Dropbox, and they've got a couple in the email, probably some documents and Word. They're in Word. That's why it's not Word. There's somewhere else you go Word. Yeah, I will work there. You want all to be organised. You want it to be organised. You want everything to be where you can find it. You want to move to where your technology is simple, organised, structured, easy for everybody to use. Once once you're in that place, then you can crack on with all the good things that you do. You haven't got to worry about whether someone is going to lose information, hasn't got it backed up, am I going to get hacked? Because Google has got security systems that protect you with these things. Two-factor authentication is the tech term that we use for that. And most of us are familiar with the idea of logging into something, you get a text message, you get a code with it. That's two-factor authentication. Google provide versions that you can use with an app on your phone. Your phone will pop up and say, is this you doing something? And you click yes. And that means you can know that if one of your volunteers or a member of your staff hasn't got the best password security in the world and has gone for the password of their dog, that's the password which is really correct. It doesn't matter, they can have me move them. They can move one because their phone's going to believe that someone's trying to get into your account, someone's trying to get into your account. They can't get into their account without that phone. And the chances of the criminal getting your phone and your password and your phone unlocked at the same time, slim. Slim. This is why this stuff's important. It's a renter's market. What I mean by that? Well, if I offered you Netflix accounts for free, I reckon most people probably have one right now. I don't have a free Netflix account. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. IT services these days aren't generally bought and owned. Those days were like in the past. I want to buy it and own it, it came in a box. That's gone. Everything's rented now. Subscription-based models. But the great news for you guys, you haven't got to buy anything. You get the free subscription, but not to Netflix, unfortunately. You get the free subscription to Google G Suite because you're a charitable organisation, and it's going to give you access to all your storage, all your email, your documents, your sheets. This slide presentation you're seeing right now is part of Google Slides. I'm using a free tool on my phone so that I can use it as my clicker, so I haven't had to buy a clicker to do that. I'm using my phone. All these things are freely available to you. And then you add in YouTube as a platform. Now YouTube can seem scary, but YouTube can actually be a fantastic way for you to grow your brand and the good work that you do by getting yourself a cheap camera. And the cheapest camera that most of you have got is this one again. Most of us have got a phone, and the cameras that are in phones are phenomenal. And you get onto Amazon and get a little tripod like I have down here and connect your phone to it and film some things that you do. And you don't have to be awesome to do it. Turn it on, point it, and film things and talk to people, particularly the people that you help, the good things that you do. Just ask them questions and interview them. Some people love it. You'll find that some people will really come out of themselves in front of the camera and they can't wait. Others, what do I want to say? They can't do it. You'll soon find out. But what's important is that you do this and you upload it onto YouTube, and then you put those links on YouTube into social media accounts. They're all free, and you start telling people about the good things that you do. People love video. They will watch video, they will understand what you do, and you can grow your brand. It's a scary concept. Well, all of you can be your own TV and media output stations, and all the tools that you need to do it, the tools that cost thousands of pounds of cameras and video equipment that we've got here today, isn't needed anymore to do anything to make an impact. You need a phone, a computer, an internet connection, and you sign up for your YouTube account, and then you can start producing that content. Before we move on to the little bit at the end, you can ask me anything now if you want to ask me anything about the concept of Google for non-profit tech. Does anybody want to ask anything?
You mentioned that the advice of Google was that you must be a registered charity. Do Google support or work with registered social enterprises or CLCs?
What I can do for you, it's a good question, because when you go onto Google for not-profits, it says you must be a registered charity in the UK. There's an eligibility test, and there is an organisation that does the eligibility test for you. And what I can do, I'd be happy to share with you the information to the eligibility organisation. You make an application to them, and then they will make a decision. They say if you've got a UK registered charity number, you're in. But there are still other considerations. So that is something that I'll be happy to share with you after this. Yeah, no worries. It's okay if you don't have questions. They always say, good. Well, they don't know about tech. They come to learn something from me, not ask me questions about stuff. Right, good. Now let's get on to the bit that's important. This is the bit you're going to like. $10,000 worth of free Google ads every month. Most people don't know this exists. It's £7,735 at the current exchange rate. I did it yesterday, but 10,000 has better impact, doesn't it? This is no joke. It's true. When you sign up for Google for non-profits, Google gives you £10,000 worth of ad spend to spend on their Google advertising every month. That is when you type into Google a search term and you see the adverts come up at the top. We're all familiar with those, and we know they're ads, and some of us will click the ads, and some of us go, I'm not clicking the advert, and we'll scroll down and look for organic reach number 1. Well, you could be at the top. There's always one thing. The money shot as well. Google give you 10,000 every month to use. You have to use it. You can't take the cash out. But what it does mean is you've got the opportunity for when people are typing in Alzheimer's, dementia, these kind of keywords, you can come up at the top. And your charity can have a link to their website and people can click through and then they can go and do that. I'm not suggesting it's super easy to go ahead and do all Google adverts. You might need to find some people who can help you with that. But it isn't equally, as the classic phrase goes, it isn't equally rocket science either. Plenty of people who can help you with that, and I know there will be people in the Love Brum organisation who can, but I strongly advise you to take recognition of this. It's a super great way for you to grow the size of your organisation for free every month. I don't know when this might end from Google, but it's there. They're giving away $10,000 worth of advertising to each individual organisation every month, month after month. You've got to take advantage of this stuff.
Now, I don't know whether to talk today, but we're expected to hear from a tech guy. I don't know whether it's still of any interest to anybody about tech, but it is super important. The world runs on all this kind of stuff, and if you don't know anything about it, don't worry, you are not alone. Like, everybody knows nothing about it, and it's just us nerdy types that do. Find a nerdy type person and ask them to get help with this. They'll be able to get you signed up. If you're eligible, you're in. Get your email transferred in, get your files transferred in, cajole those people to do something for you for the good of the cause, you know, all that kind of stuff, and then get somebody to help you to get the free advertising. Keep everything in your charity safe, secure. Communicate with your teams easily and simply. Build a bigger organisation to do more good so that your why matters more by using YouTube to build videos, and then take advantage of the free advertising so that people can see what you do and know about you. Once people know and they can see, they take part, they donate, and you grow, and you do more good, and you make more videos to do more good, and you get bigger. And then all of us go, you know what, I feel that we've done something, yes.